Okay, Sunday afternoon. And Sunday afternoon around here is photo time. So for the next hour or so, we get to go and have some fun. Now, today is a very special Sunday because it's actually Mother's Day, which means that I actually have an excuse for taking photographs and for potentially making a bit of a mess around the house. You see, today I have this lovely calla lily that I'm going to give as a gift to my equally lovely wife. I'm hoping that the presentation of the gift will distract her from the mess that I potentially make around the house when I'm setting up and shooting the photograph. It's not that my wife is unsupportive of me taking photographs. She's really very supportive. She says that she loves my photographs. Although, if I'm being honest, I might like to see a few more photographs decorating the walls around here. What she doesn't like is the mess that she claims I make, the clutter that I get all over the dining room and the living room when I'm setting up my studio here in the house. Do I make a mess? Do I think I make a mess? I don't know. We're going to find out. In the meantime, let's go and have some fun. Okay, the plan is for me and my good friend Sky the cat to take a photograph of the lilies here against the backlit windows. What I'm hoping for is that we get a whole bunch of sun coming in, kind of brightening out, blowing out the background, and that the lily stands out with just enough detail still in front of it to give it a lot of pop. To do that, we are going to use Mr. Calumet C1, our large format camera. And you can see I've got the bellows really far extended so that I can zoom in and get basically a really minimalistic shot of the lilies. We'll see here if I can show you what that's going to look like. I might need to pause and give you a look under the camera. Okay, so we've got the camera all set up. We've got it focused on the flowers over here. As you can see, we've got the bellows extended really far, and that's because I'm zooming in on the flowers themselves. One of the things that you have to take into account when you're using a large format camera like this, and you've got the bellows extended, that is, you're zoomed in so far, is what's called bellows extension factor. The basic gist is because you've extended everything out, there's a fallout in the amount of light, fall off in the amount of light that comes in through the lens and makes it to the film back itself. In this case, I'm using a 14-inch commercial Kodak commercial Ektar lens, and I'm extended out 28 inches. We'll double check the math, we'll do it later, but the bottom line is I've got to increase the exposure time or change the aperture settings by 2 stops. I initially read this as 1 second, so I'm going to go from 1 second to 2 seconds and 2 seconds to 4 seconds for my 2 stops. Another thing to worry about is what's called reciprocity failure. The basic gist of that is film is not perfect, right? So you want everything to be a nice linear function, I guess, where film responds to light 1 second, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, exactly the same way. But the truth is, film doesn't absorb light over a long period of time as well as it absorbs light over a short period of time. So when we've got a long exposure of like 4 seconds or so, we actually have to check the film type, check some equations, do all that, and potentially increase the exposure as well. In this case, I think 4 seconds, I'm using Portra 160, probably going to end up around 8 seconds or so for my exposure, but I'll double check. You can go online and you can find resources that tell you exactly what to do. Looking good? Good. Be right back. All right. Everything always looks so much easier when Matt Marash, or one of those geniuses, is working on it. One issue I have here is this brilliant creature. Go on, get out of here. I can tell he wants to get in and mess around with my flowers. The other issue I have is that I'm going to show you what I have to do here. The dark slide is just a little bit annoying, so I'm using a screwdriver to get it ready and pulling it out. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but it's out. Now, the super annoying thing is I know I moved the frame, I know I'm not going to get exactly the exposure that I was hoping for, but that's why some folks are pros and I'm just a hack here on YouTube. Okay, we're all ready. Screwdriver's been put away. Cable release is on. Dark slide is out. We're set to timer, which means that I'm going to press the release, count to 6, and let the release go. Fingers crossed. Already failed. I don't think this cable release is quite long enough for this, so we're going to do it this way. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bingo. Oingo boingo. There she goingo. We'll find out.